Well, good Thursday morning. See,
Are
I
you
got
sure?
I got the day right
I
today.
feel like it's Groundhog
I
Day.
know, right? No, we're
We're
today.
reliving
Yeah,
Thursday.
yep. I'm actually on Thursday today. Yay!
Yes, good
Yeah,
morning.
yeah. So, how's everybody doing today? It's a nice day so far. There was very little humidity when I walked out the door. At least it felt that
Oh,
way.
it was
Yeah.
beautiful morning,
Hmm.
low 60s, and I know they're talking about some rain coming in Friday. So, but enjoy today while you can.
Heck yeah, it's nice. I just like the low humidity. I like
Yes,
warm, but I don't like humidity. So,
right.
yeah. Anything interesting going on in our world?
Um,
There was a big drug. Oh, yeah. We probably do need to say who we are.
yeah.
I'm Kelly Knapp.
And I'm Lee
Yeah,
Barrels, and good morning again.
yeah.
I told you it's
I'm
Groundhog Day.
telling you. I'm telling you. It's just, yeah. It's been a lot going on. It's been a busy week.
Yes, it has been.
So
We've had a very good week
yeah,
in the studio, missing our chief commander.
we are definitely doing that.
Yes.
Um, I saw that in Shelby, North Carolina, they had a traffic stop. Now, this is an interesting, and Shelby's in Cleveland County for those that don't know. It's going towards a mountain over, kind of near
Yes.
Charlotte, that kind of thing. They stopped a car and it had 44 pounds of meth and over 2 pounds of cocaine,
Wow.
um, valued at over the over $1 million. And what I find interesting is the names of the individuals that were arrested. Um, Marla Idia, and I know I'm gonna not say his name right. Or my no, Mara Idiana Carrizales Riviera of Columbia, South
Okay.
Carolina, and Juan Carlos Covarrubias of Charlotte.
Mm.
Um, they were charged with 2 counts of trafficking meth and 2 counts of trafficking cocaine. Now, the question I have is, are they here? But what is weird? They only got $250,000 bond, which to me seems a little low considering some guy the other day got like some $500,000 bond. So for
Right.
trafficking, but I mean maybe it's a different amount. My question is: are these people here legally or illegally? Are they bring it from the border? Um,
Yeah, that's a
I would like
thought.
to
That's a
know.
thought right
Yeah,
there. Yes.
mainly because they're from two different areas. She's supposedly from South Carolina, from Columbia, and he's from Charlotte. Um, but yeah, I just wonder if they're part of some big drug ring that's coming over our open border, which is happening more and more. That's a lot. 44 pounds of meth is a lot.
That is a lot of
That's a whole lot.
a lot.
I'd like to know what they were driving.
Wow.
Mm, yeah,
$70,000 worth of cocaine.
yeah, and
Wow.
it's a lot. It's just I mean, this is scary. This is what's happening, and I don't understand why the government is not understanding what a problem our this border situation is, and all the copious amounts of drugs that are coming in through the border. That's going to be going to hurt and addict people. Bottom
Right.
line. So
And I was
yeah.
talking to a political representative last night, and we were talking about, during Trump's reign as president, that the things that he did that were so positive, like
Mhm.
closing the borders and going
Mhm.
after these drug dealers
Mhm.
and drugs in the United States, and now it's a free for all. And I just wish that we could get back to closing those borders again, and maybe hopefully after 2022 elections, we'll get some people in there with some sense and kind of help sway things back to the way they were. Because I do
Yeah.
think that that was one of his policies that was really good for us.
Mhm.
Really, really good.
Yeah. I mean, we
Morning,
we.
ladies.
Hey,
Good
good morning.
morning.
How are you?
Were your ears burning?
Yeah, I'm just listening.
Mhm.
I'm Rayford Brown for the folks out there. I'm still way down here on the 12th parallel. I thought it
Mhm.
was the 14th, but that's up a little bit north of us. We're down not too far from the equator, which is good. Uh, just listen to the drug story there.
Yeah.
And I did a quick Google.
Mhm.
Shelby, there have been a number of arrests in Cleveland County
Yes.
Yeah.
on drugs. Uh, the 3rd of August, um, the 22nd of July, another one on the 22nd of July. I'm like, really?
Seems like they've arrested what
Another one,
over 250 drug dealers in the last years, and
a number on April 11th and the 1st of March this year.
wow.
Meth, cash, guns, um, pot. I mean, it's kind of crazy there. So Shelby is one of those drug corridors. So right now it appears on the surface, and I look, they've got a special team out there that they've appointed in Shelby County. I mean, in Cleveland County,
Mhm.
and to work with the city. And they are out there kicking butt and taking names and putting people in jail. So for
Good.
them.
Yes. I mean, that 44 pounds of meth is a lot.
Uh-huh.
And I mean, this is, and just the fact that, like I said, these two people, I'm wondering if this is some kind of, drug ring coming up from Mexico or whatever, just based on the names and the photos of them. And that's because that's where a lot of, a majority of the drugs, not all, but are coming in through now from that southern border. And it's just creating more of an issue. Meth is definitely making a huge comeback in the state of North Carolina, even in locally, which is
And
scary.
back over there in Shelby, Cleveland County,
Mhm.
a homeowner is a little ticked off. The sheriff's office has a well printed sign. It's looks like a political sign that
Okay.
says this drug house closed for business by Sheriff Alan Norman. And he's posted it on the house.
Mhm. I like it.
You know, the homeowner, I guess it's a rental house or
Mhm.
whatever. But anyway, the homeowner's a little upset about it. And
Well, I mean, I can see both sides of that coin. I get it as the homeowner,
mhm.
but I mean, this is also being put out there like as a deterrent to people. If you're going to try to set up a drug house, for example, and I'm not saying the owner, they may, you rent to anybody, you don't always know what they're doing. But also, this is a deterrent to other potential drug dealers or traffickers or whatever word you want to use, that this we're on to you basically. And I'm sure the neighbors probably appreciate that you're getting
Aw.
this, because when someone's dealing drugs, especially out of their house, it is constant traffic in and out
Right.
all hours of the night, matter of fact.
Yeah.
And that's if you've got children, if you've got pets, if you've got family, if you're just trying to sleep or whatever. I mean, that's an issue. I've got a client that the person that lives behind her is a dealer, and she's reported this person quite a few times to the sheriff's office, but somehow this guy has not managed to be arrested. But she's had people knocking on her door because she lives at the front of her street, and the guy, you have to go, the little driveway goes down by her house, but 2, 3 in the morning, people knocking on her door, wanting him or whatever. I mean, some shady people looking in her windows. I mean, that's how you get shot right there, first off.
Aw.
But I
That's
mean, this is a
unbelievable.
problem. So anytime you can close a drug house, I say yay, good on it. Because I mean, nobody needs that.
Nope.
So
Not
good
a
on
problem with
Shelby
it.
for cleaning it up. I like it. Shelby's not that big of a town, too. So
No, and
No, it's
I
not, but
just,
they're on a road.
they are.
They're on a highway.
Yep, they are. Yeah,
Not far from Charlotte.
correct.
And it's a perfect
Yep.
run through.
Yep. I agree. I mean, that's just, good, but good on the law enforcement there for being super proactive. And
yeah.
I kudos to that sheriff for putting that sign
Sounds
up.
like they
I
have
like
a
that.
very strong sheriff's department
I
there.
love that sign. Slap it up on every house you raid. I'm all about that.
Yes, sir, Ray. Nothing wrong with that.
Rayford,
Not a thing.
somebody commented that on 97.1 FM, we're not on the air. I don't know.
Hmm.
Yeah, they wrote it on our comments on our YouTube, but that's a station issue. That's not us.
I'll
Well,
check it out.
as long as you're feeding them.
Yeah,
Right.
it's on. Let me see if I got a. Do I
You
have an
got it
echo?
unmuted, right?
Yeah, I have an echo.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, maybe they can't hear it
Mm-hmm.
because it sounds to me, if you got an
Yeah.
echo, it sounds like it's on the air.
Yeah, I'll
Right.
say it again.
And I will say, because when I listen to the show in the
Yeah.
morning from the house, I have it on YouTube. I
Mhm.
also have it on regular radio. And then I also check the internet radio too. So I find that most of the time, if there's an issue, it just has to do with internet issues.
Well,
you
we're
know.
on line radio.
Right.
They're saying it's the station radio.
I just got a message from someone that said that they can hear us on the radio fine.
Okay,
So,
on the regular
Yeah.
radio.
the regular
Okay,
radio,
yeah.
yes.
My daughter's listening online, and she said she can hear us.
So it just
Yeah.
might be an issue, Robert, with
Yeah.
your radio station.
Yeah.
You might want to check the tuning on it.
Yeah.
It could be anything, but yeah,
Mhm.
everything shows that we're online.
Yeah,
So
yeah, and everybody that's listening, yeah.
it's nice to know we have so many listeners.
I love it.
Yes,
And different
thank you
varieties.
all.
You know,
That's
Robert's
right.
on YouTube, my daughter's online on the online radio, and somebody's
Right.
on the actual radio. So yay, I like it. I like diversity. So that's good.
Right.
Yeah. So
Right.
if you can't get us one way, you can flip and get another way. So there we
Right.
go. Yeah, which is a good thing.
Well, your boy there in Shelby, Juan, he's
Mhm.
from Charlotte. He has
Yeah.
no arrest record, criminal history in North Carolina.
Well, maybe because he hadn't been here long. I mean, just saying.
That's
I'm
like some
just
of the
making
people.
a statement. Yeah.
It's like some of the people running for political office that have no
Mhm.
voting record.
Mhm.
Hello, where did they come from?
Yeah. And where's that lady? Does she have a record? Well, she's South
She's from
Carolina.
Columbia.
Yeah.
So, well, I want to say anyway.
I want
Yeah.
to visit Columbia. My brother lives there. I may be going soon anyway because my sister-in-law's in the hospital again. But I want to go to Columbia.
South Carolina?
Yeah, that's where some of our favorite people from our favorite TV show are on
Which
on
one?
Friday and Saturday nights.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. I know why you
Richland.
want to go there.
Richland, yeah.
I know why you
I'm
wanna
going to
go there.
speed through the town.
You just want to get pulled over so you can be on TV.
I want to get pulled over by Danny Brown. That's what I want to get.
Yeah.
I know it. I know it. Yeah.
Yeah.
You have to watch to understand.
Yeah, that's a good show though.
It is a great show.
And everybody's very excited it's back on the air.
Oh, yes. I know I was excited. I didn't
Mhm.
think the
Love it.
time would ever come.
What's the name of it?
It's On Patrol Live. It used to be called Live PD,
Yeah.
but now the name is On Patrol Live, and it's live Friday and Saturday from
Mhm.
9 to midnight. And they show a lot of repeats through the week, so you can catch it then. But it's live
Never heard
action.
of it.
It is.
Man, there's been times I've sat on the edge of the couch about to fall off.
Yeah, we
Oh
were
my
watching it when I was at Mom's. A couple
Yes.
of weeks ago, we were watching it, and Mom had never seen it. She's like, "Oh my God, this is great!" I'm like, "I told you, like it, but it's live." I mean, and
Right.
some of the stuff that lady cop in Florida, man, she was
Yes.
tough. I like her.
Yes.
I'd like to meet her.
And Berkeley County,
Mhm.
South Carolina.
Yeah.
Wow.
They
But
got a lot going on there.
I think my favorite is whenever they let the dog loose.
yes,
And all of a sudden, 30 seconds later, you hear this screaming.
uh-huh. That dog bit that guy. That
Yes.
yeah,
Get him off, get him off. And I
Yeah.
was like, good doggy.
he's trying to fight that dog first. I'm like, dude, you're about to lose this fight quick. You
Yeah.
gonna lose a limb. I
Well,
would.
that dog wouldn't let
Yeah.
loose.
Oh, that
There
dog
was one they
yeah.
had to pry off of
Yeah.
him. That dog was
It's
mad.
a good show, Ray.
It is
You
a
need to
good
watch
show.
it. Yeah, and I'm just very excited it's back on the air.
Oh, I am too.
It got taken off
When the George
when the
Floyd
George Floyd thing
thing
started and the
happened.
public outcry and the anti-police movement. They took it off a year.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
It was.
Wow.
And then A&E wouldn't renew it, and they went to Reels Network, and that's why they had to change the name because A&E would not release them to use the same
They
name.
had a
So,
Well,
yeah, they had a copyright.
yes.
but when it
One.
came back on a couple weeks ago, it
It's
was the
been
highest
number one.
watched show on cable.
That's right.
Yep.
Hey, were you talking about the police dog?
Mhm.
At Carolina Beach one night we were working, and the dog was just being very nice, standing there with the handler,
Hmm.
and people going by, and everybody's saying hi and everything else. One of the local hodads, drunk, he just hauled off and kicked the dog.
Oh no.
The
Mm-mm.
dog, but the dog, that's a police officer. You get arrested
That's
for
right.
assaulting a police officer
Oh,
with that.
he didn't have to be arrested. The dog took care of business.
Get it, pup. I love it.
He didn't even wait for the command. He
Wow.
just did it. And then it took a little while for Mike to call him off. A little
Mhm.
while, maybe a little longer than a little while.
Yeah.
Those
For a while.
dogs are fierce. I
But,
saw one
good
coming
on that
after me.
guy.
I just throw myself down.
Well, I wouldn't have done anything to get it coming after me, but
Right.
yes. But I mean, that's awful. I'm glad the dog wasn't hurt, but good on the dog for taking care of business without him being told
yeah.
to. I'm all about
Yeah,
that.
buddy.
Heck yeah.
Yeah.
I like it.
I know you guys got a busy schedule today, and I
We
know you
do.
got some news you're going to talk about.
Yes.
I saw yesterday. I got the email from the city of Jacksonville that
Mhm.
they've hired a new manager,
Yes.
and it's to start work sometime in September, as I recall. Is that right?
Yes. And we were, we had gotten quite a few emails and some phone calls and Facebook messages about this particular hiring. So, I mean,
it's a bit of a controversial.
it's a
hiring, from what I'm
controversial hire
understanding.
from what I've been hearing from people that contacted us, the station, I should, our, Facebook page and
Right.
stuff like that. So, yeah. So we'll talk about that a little later on this morning. It's
Yeah.
generated some controversy. People are talking, so I guess
There
that
was
can
a
be a
lot of
good thing.
talk. I did say I did call one of the councilmen, and I also talked to the mayor about it last night. So I'll let you know what they have to say.
Okay. I may listen in for a while, but I'll have the mic down, and then because we're going to try to get up, go do something.
Oh,
Okay.
nice,
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
nice.
Thanks for letting me horn in here for a little bit.
All
Yep.
right.
See you
Well,
later.
it's always a pleasure to hear from the boss man.
Way down south.
Way
Yeah.
down
So
south.
plenty.
Yes. Have a
Yeah.
relaxing day.
Yeah.
Yep. Later. Bye.
Relax.
All
Bye.
right. Bye bye.
All right, let's go ahead and take a break. We have our guests in the studio, so we'll take a break, we'll do some weather, and then we will chat with our guests a little bit. We're live in Local Real Talk on Freedom 97.1, 1120 a.m. WSME. We'll be right back. And we are back, and we are going to do some weather.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Weather. I forgot about weather.
My-
I was trying to
my
bypass it.
headphones just died.
After this, all those commercials, I forgot about weather.
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's right. I'm up next. Okay.
Mhm.
Are you new to the area or new to boating? One place you need to get to know Tideline Marine and Family, Jacksonville's only full service marina, complete with a ship store, a staff of certified factory trained technicians, and ethanol free gasoline at the dock. Inside the ship store, you will find fishing tackle, life jackets for infants to full grown adults, fire extinguishers, those things that keep you safe and legal. Something else you won't find in big box stores, a staff that's willing to share decades of experiences to make your days on the local waters fun. Don't miss their big sale going on right now through the end of the month. Tideline Marine, 159 Oak Bridge Street on the banks of the New River downtown in Jacksonville. Today, northeast winds around 10 knots, becoming east late, seas 2 to 3 feet, dominant period 6 seconds, adjacent sounds and rivers with a light chop. Friday, east winds around 10 knots, seas 2 to 3 feet, dominant period 8 seconds, increasing to 6 seconds in the afternoon. And Saturday, southwest winds around 10 knots, seas 2 to 3 feet, adjacent sounds and rivers with a light chop.
Today, mostly sunny, high of 87. Tonight, mostly cloudy, a low of 67. Tomorrow, showers and possibly a thunderstorm after 1 o'clock. Otherwise, mostly cloudy, a high of 83. Tomorrow night, mostly cloudy, low of 71. And then on Saturday, partly sunny, a high of 87. Not bad.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
I feel like it's an early fall, but I know
Don't
they're
say
fooling
it.
us.
Yeah, you gonna
Mother
mince us.
Nature's
Yeah.
just putting us into a false sense
Yeah.
of weather.
hmm
Well, good morning, Miss Lisa.
Good morning.
And we have Lisa Whitman Greice. She's the director of the Onslow County Museum. And when I talked to her last week, I was ashamed to admit I have never been to the museum. Never. Lived here all my life. And she was telling me about a lot of exciting programs that they have. So I hope it'll be I'm sure it'll be interest to all our listeners.
I went a long time ago with my daughter
Right.
with her class, but it's been a really long time. I know it's
Yes.
probably definitely changed, but it was awesome then. And I
Yes.
know it's improved since then because I've read things. So I'm gonna take my
With
grandson.
my
He's 8. I'm
sisters
gonna take him
listening,
over
we're going to
there.
make a trip.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's right.
Fantastic. Well, we look forward to it.
Good.
We never say, oh, we're sorry you haven't been. We just say, this is your invitation. Please come and see us.
Well, definitely going. I've always wanted to go, and I just never put it on my list, but it's on my list now.
Fantastic. Well, we are tickled to have this opportunity to share with you all what we do at the museum.
Oh, good. We're anxious to hear.
So, as you mentioned, Kelly, we've changed things up all the
I
time.
figured, yeah.
The last time you probably visited with your daughter,
Mhm.
I still sometimes call it the new museum,
Mhm.
even though we've been there almost 30 years.
Mhm.
But we have our signature exhibit, which is called The Water in the Wood, and
Mm.
that's the history of the county.
Mhm.
And then we have a changing gallery, which lets us really rotate in new stories periodically. And then we have special outdoor activities as well, and a special exhibit area out there for kids.
We dug. I remember we dug for something one time.
Oh, you
We
dug
were-
for fossils.
That's what it was. Yes. I mean, that was a really long time ago, but yes,
Oh,
we dug.
That's
Yeah.
everybody. I mean,
Yeah.
that's one of their favorite activities
Mhm.
because not only can you visit the museum, but you also get to take a part of the story home with you because we talk about that fossil, that geologic history. And then if you get to take home, a shark's tooth that's millions of years old that you
Oh.
found like a paleontologist,
Right.
that just makes your trip all the better.
I'm all about
Hmm.
that. Yeah.
I would love that.
Yes, we're gonna have to road trip it up there again because
Yes.
I know it has changed. Because periodically I've read about exhibits, and sometimes you guys have something, and let's say for like a special day, like I don't know, I'm just throwing a day. Let's say on Friday we're gonna have this, and a lot of times you guys have had certain things, and it's been on a day where I'm either out of town at a conference or got client. I mean, I haven't been able to make, so I need to get a list of things y'all have upcoming so I can plan accordingly.
Well, something we always say is, people don't always think about
Mhm.
what's in their own backyard. Oh, I need to go and drive versus a chance to see something that's right here.
Mhm.
So we love for people to be sort of tourist in their own backyard, playing that staycation day,
Yes.
and really know this place that we all are so fortunate to call home and to know all of that story. And so we do lots of special activities. This month, August, we have finished with summer camps, but we do our special Family Fun Fridays, which is a craft day that's free and open to families to come in. They do a make and take craft, and they spend, as much time as they want doing that, or they can take the craft with them. We started doing those, probably 10 years ago, our Family Fun Fridays in August. And it's that lead in before school starts.
Oh, I like that. I had to
That
figure
is
out
something.
Yeah.
Well, I'm definitely putting that on my list, and
Yeah.
I'm about to check maybe Saturday. I would love to go. And it's always been on my list. And like I said, I'm ashamed to say that I've never been.
No, I've been, but it's been a really
Yes. And
Well,
I want to take advantage of what the county has to offer.
Well, we're open on Fridays from
Right.
10 to 4.
10 to 4.
We've got our main exhibit. We have our special exhibit, which is called Inside Out. And lots of folks want to know, how do you get the things that you have in the museum? People are always very curious about, where did this come from? And so Inside Out is about how we collect. So for the last almost 50 years, when we were established back in 1976, sort of in the bicentennial,
Yeah.
and we've collected thousands of artifacts and specimen that tell the story. The best part about how the museum tells the story is it's not that it's just us telling you a story.
Right.
We show you a
Yeah,
story.
you have displays. Yeah.
And we have artifacts that represent everything from the prehistoric to the present.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah, I did know that.
Now,
Yeah.
do you have anything representing the Civil War area for this?
We do. We tell our story in a timeline.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And so
I
as
knew
you
that
walk
too,
through
yeah.
65 million years worth of
Wow.
story,
Mhm.
we start with fossils and we take you through time.
Mhm.
And so you're able to see things that represent each era and each moment. Of course, everybody's favorite artifact, I mean, it goes without saying, we have a 38-foot dugout canoe that is 800 years old.
Whoa.
I
And
knew
she's,
that. Yeah, I've seen that. Yeah.
yeah, she's the star of the
Yeah.
show.
Mhm.
It's hard to miss her because
Wow.
she fills that whole. We built the exhibit around her.
That was on the news. They had a news story about that.
I
Yeah.
don't remember.
yeah.
Ugh.
Yeah.
I need to get out more, I guess.
Well, the Osaka Museum is amazing. It
Thank
really is.
you.
Don't you guys have that alligator there too?
Now
I
he's at
remember the alligator.
so the alligator where we have the canoe
Yeah.
in Richlands at the main
Right.
museum.
Mhm.
The alligator, he is really the star of the show at the Environmental Education Center.
Yeah, I
in
remember it
Sneads
got
Ferry.
That's
moved
where he's
to
at. Okay.
Sneads
Oh, he got
Ferry.
moved. Okay.
Right.
All right.
And
Now, I do remember that.
Okay.
well, I had him. I had a group of kids. We had our last summer tour yesterday, our last summer camp tour from one of our childcare facilities at the EEC yesterday, and they were mesmerized at this
Wow.
big guy. I mean, he's 12 feet 2 inches long,
Whoa.
540 pounds.
Whoa.
Can you imagine coming across
And
that
how
thing?
how old? What would be the age on him?
Based on his weight and his size, probably about 50 years.
Oh my gosh.
Wow.
But we get a lot of visitors to Eastern North Carolina who don't realize how many alligators and really how diverse in general the ecosystems are and all the creatures
Mhm.
that live here. But
We
he
have a
is
lot of
definitely,
creatures. Yes.
he is the big guy.
Right.
So,
Darn.
what would you say when people come currently to the museum? What would you say some of the things are they take away, like comments you hear that they found other than the dugout? Because I know that thing is amazing. What are the other things that people like that they see there?
Well, people like to see sort of themselves
Mhm.
in the museum. And I think that one of the things we oftentimes hear is, my grandmother had one of those.
Okay. Yeah.
Or
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
people who we oftentimes, we were talking off air about farming.
Yeah.
And we oftentimes get people who remember working in tobacco.
Mhm.
And it wasn't that long ago, 25 years or so, that kids worked in tobacco
That's a true thing.
before they
Mhm.
went back to
Yep.
school.
Mhm.
I remember.
Mhm.
And so we have a lot of things that are about agriculture. We have a beautiful, one of my personal favorite artifacts is a school desk.
Mhm.
And we talk about the
Oh,
one-room schoolhouses.
Mhm.
And since it's back to school time, that's sort of top of mind.
Yeah.
In our changing exhibit right
Mhm.
now, we pulled out Emily Baker, who's our collections manager. She just pulled out school uniforms, like sports uniforms. So
there
we
you
have
go, Kelly.
a marching band uniform. We've got a wrestling uniform. We've got the most precious. I think it's precious in our permanent exhibit because it's so tiny. Is a young woman's basketball uniform from White Oak High School.
Mhm.
Wow.
The thing is, it's red and white. I know.
When
Oh,
was,
wow, that's
when was it
Jacksonville
ever red
colors.
and white?
So my Jacksonville kids sort of, when they see that exhibit, say, Miss
Wait,
Lisa,
what's happening?
Yeah.
why
Yeah.
is this uniform red?
Yeah.
Yeah,
But-
there's a rivalry there. Oh,
Yeah.
yes.
But they had been known as the Red Devils when they were White Oak School before the new school was built on Piney Green Road.
Oh, okay. Okay, I
that
get it
makes
now.
sense
So
now.
when they
Now.
were down
Right.
Belgrade Swansboro Road, where the old
Right.
Tabernacle School was,
Yes.
they were the Red Devils.
Okay, I get it
Oh,
now. Because
okay.
I was like, I know from the moment they opened, it's always been green. I never
Yeah.
saw red.
Right?
Wow, that means that uniform is old.
Yes.
It was from the 60s.
Mhm.
Okay.
And it is so dear and precious. We have a lot of yearbooks that people have donated from our different high schools. So
Mhm.
that helps us tell a story. So we have a lot of school memorabilia out right now.
I'd
How,
like to go check that out.
how about as far as military?
Oh, most definitely. So we begin that story really talking about when people were here in the American Revolution
Wow.
and Onslow County's representation there. And we bring you through time. Of course, we have a photograph of one of our doughboys from World War I who served in France.
Oh.
And then, of course, the dramatic change
Mhm.
that occurred here in 1941. And we talk about the establishment of Marine Corps Base Camp Lejeune,
Right.
as well as Camp Davis, which people are not
Right.
as familiar with
Right.
in
Mhm.
Holly Ridge.
Right.
And of course, just this last fall, the state recognized the women pilots who were there at Camp Davis with a beautiful new one of the state roadside markers. And we talk about who are sometimes referred to as the Fly Girls, but they were
Oh,
WASP, but they
okay.
were
I'm
they were
excited. I want to go today.
well. Come on. And of course, again, we talk about that military presence and what it
Right.
has meant to our community for now more than 80 years.
Right.
Wow, impressive.
Yeah, very impressive. I'm just excited listening to all of this. I want to go.
Yeah.
I just asked my sister. She said she has work Saturday noon. After that, we'll go. I'm like, if I don't go first,
Yeah.
I'll
Check it
go
out.
again
Now,
because I love history.
That's fantastic.
do you have any well, I'll reserve my question. Hold on. We're going to take a break. Let's go ahead and do
Okay.
our break now.
Sure.
We're live and local Real Talk on Freedom 97.1, 1120 a.m. WSME. We'll be right back. Right, and we are back, and in the studio with us, we have Lisa Whitman Greice. I said that
Yes,
right?
ma'am.
Yes.
With the Onslow County Museum, who is giving us a lot of amazing information. I was just sitting here thinking, I think I'm going to do like a staff day and take my staff up
That would
there.
be
Yeah.
awesome. Yes. And we
Yeah.
were talking about right now with school starting back, you will be doing back to school tours.
It's that time of year, so we are scheduling our back to school programming.
Mhm.
So for our classes that like to schedule field trips, this is the time to do it. One of our biggest days is in October and April. We do a program just for fourth graders
Oh,
in conjunction with our Onslow County schools, and it's called Heritage Day.
Hmm.
And the kids actually come and learn about traditional lifeways. So they'll meet a potter and they'll talk with someone whose
cool.
grandfather was a carpenter and built one of our historic African American churches in the community. They'll learn about textiles and fiber arts and spinning and weaving, and we dip candles. I mean, it is.
I love dipping candles.
I want to go.
and
I'm going to go with those class
It
when
was
they
good.
go.
Yeah, we'll be
I'm
like,
just gonna hike
I'm
the
that kid's
bus.
mom for the
Yes,
day. Like, go in there.
exactly.
Yeah,
I
we'll
want to dip some
chaperone.
candles.
Yeah.
Yes.
So that's a huge day. I mean,
Mhm.
we love
Right.
that day. And so this time of year, we also do Mary Downing, who is our museum educator. She does outreach. So she has a colonial character named Miss Phoebe.
Mhm.
And
Oh.
Miss Phoebe goes to the schools in full colonial dress
Oh, wow.
and talks about lifeways, so that she has a lot of hands-on things and
Right.
shares with children what it would have been like to have lived here, before the American Revolution, that would have been like. And so we do outreach programming. You mentioned taking your staff. We
Mhm.
do staff development days.
Oh,
And so
nice.
that's something that we've done.
Mhm.
We have our meeting room in the museum
Mhm.
where a lot of groups can come together and then do that as a special experience, sort of like I say, a staff development and also team building
Oh, I
kind of
like that. Yeah.
experience.
Nice.
And I will tell you, you mentioned fossil hunting.
Mhm.
It does not matter if you are a first grader or if you are an adult who
Mhm.
is just doing this for the first
Nicely
time.
put.
The
telling
challenge
you.
of finding something,
Yes.
that treasure.
It's like finding
Oh.
gold. I'm not kidding. I loved it when I did it. Yeah.
I had a family pop in yesterday,
Mhm.
and they'd been to the beach and they found a fossil, and they said, "We need the lady who identifies the fossils."
Mhm.
And they had found a dolphin vertebrae, a fossilized
See,
dolphin
and I
vertebrae.
never thought of that. I
Yeah.
never realized
You can
these
take it
are
up there and they'll tell you
take
what it is.
to the
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah, I did know that. Yeah.
Another thing provided by the county that I'm completely unaware of.
So we help you do that. Like if you found a treasure at the beach, what kind of shark was it?
Oh, wow.
And then the other thing that is maybe my most heartfelt activity that we get to do is we do a lot of genealogy.
Mhm.
And when we get to help people with their genealogy, we're connecting them with their personal history. And we had some visitors about 3 weeks ago who came from Raleigh,
Mhm.
and their family had been here in Onslow County as early as about the 1750s,
Goodness
1760s.
Oh, wow.
gracious.
And we were able to help them, with the help of one of our great board members and volunteers, connect with their family history. And when we can do that, it's a blessing.
That's awesome.
That
Yeah.
is. I mean, so many services provided there.
Mhm.
And you said there is a small admission fee?
We do. The museum, for about the last 25 years, we've charged an admission of $2 for adults
Right.
and $1 for students, kiddos. So that is from
Mhm.
3 to 18, essentially. Our under threes are free.
Right.
And then, of course, we are very proud to be a Blue Star Museum. And for about the last 10, 15 years, a Blue Star Museum is a national initiative,
Mhm.
and it allows us to waive our admission fee for our active duty military and their families.
Awesome.
So from Memorial Day until Labor Day, typically is when that has been. But our commissioners several years ago saw fit, and we think it's wonderful. We extend that from Memorial Day until Veterans Day. So if you have your ID and you're an active duty family, the active duty member does not have to be with you. Maybe mom or dad is deployed,
Mhm.
and mom or dad says, let's go to the museum. Have your ID with you. Admission is free.
That's awesome.
I think there's probably a lot of people here in Onslow that do not realize this museum's even there.
Yeah, that's
And I mean,
right.
if you're looking for something to do on a rainy day or just a day you have nothing planned, take your family there, because I'm telling you, like I said, it's been a long time since I've been there, but it was amazing then, and I know it has improved since I
Sure.
was last
Now,
there.
it's in Richlands. What's the address?
So our main museum is at 301 South Wilmington Street.
Mhm.
We always say that we're right next door to the Piggly Wiggly.
Right.
Yep,
You
that's
can't
exactly where
miss
you are.
us.
Yep, can't miss it.
And then our Environmental Education Center in Sneads Ferry is at 1330 Highway 210. So instead of looking for the Piggly Wiggly, look for the big shark.
I know where that
And
is.
Yes.
when you pass, we're not quite, maybe
I didn't
maybe
realize
2
that.
miles this side of the high-rise bridge over to the beach.
All right. Same side as the shark.
Other side of the
Other
shark.
side.
Yeah.
Okay.
Cross-
What kind of things go on at the one in Sneads Ferry? Like, what kind of activity? I know the alligators there, obviously.
Right.
But what other things do you guys do there?
Well, that site is a beautiful natural site. We have 97 acres, 96 of which is wetlands and will never be developed. We'll always
Right.
provide that nature
Mhm.
preserve conservation area. But in the main environmental center, we tell the story of the flora and fauna.
Okay.
I grew up on Wilson Bay.
Mhm.
And I say, you cannot love, this is my opinion, you can't love Onslow County unless you love those rivers. And if
Mhm.
you
Right.
and you see the county from the New River or the White Oak River, that is just, they're our jewels.
Yes.
And the fact that it has played such an important part, but also, again, not just alligators. Onslow County has such wonderful wildlife, and we talk about the beauty
Mhm.
that can be found in the natural world. We also do a really fun program, not in the summers because we've got so many other things, but September through May,
Mhm.
we do Wild Wednesdays, the third Wednesday of every month. And we pick a natural history theme and do a craft with kids. So,
Oh, I love that.
so we've done, make a bird feeder, or we've done stamps where we've used fish prints, or we've done leaf prints. We've created jewelry that's inspired by nature for kids. We've done pottery. I mean, it's a wonderful way to capture that natural beauty of the county.
If anyone has
awesome.
any questions for Lisa, you can call us at 910-333-0139. If you have any questions about the museum or even the environmental center, she'd be more than happy to answer your questions. We're going to take a quick break. We're live in Local Real Talk on Freedom 97.1, 1120 a.m. WSME. We'll be right back. And we are back. We have just about a minute or so until we take our 8 o'clock Fox News break, which is literally 60 seconds.
And I also just got a question from a listener wanting to know what type of items are you seeking to acquire and how does someone donate an item? And will you accept loans of certain items?
So we do always want to collect the story of Onslow County, and so we want it to have that connection to place, and we also want people to be able to share with us the story of the artifact. So I always say, a rocking chair is a great example. We'd love a rocking chair, but we want that rocking chair to
tell
have
the
a story.
right.
Mhm.
It might be the most beautiful rocking chair in the
Mhm.
world, but if it's not from Onslow County, that is not really part of our collecting policy that we have. But if I can say that this rocking chair was on the porch of Mrs. Jones, whose family had a farm, that was in Richlands, and every Saturday that's where she would snap beans if her grandchildren had a story.
Right.
The more story that we can connect to the artifact, the better.
Right.
Loans we accept for special exhibits. So we've done exhibits, for example, on medical history or on food history. And I don't know if you saw, but Riverview Restaurant just made Southern Living magazine.
Oh, really?
And when we did our exhibit on foodways, they loaned to us several of their historic menus that they have framed several
cool.
years ago. So we take loans for special exhibits, but most things that we collect as permanent donations to
Right.
the museum and the county. It
Right.
becomes the property of the museum, but that lets us have those objects to pull from. We have an incredible collection. That's why we do, behind the scenes tours sometimes to show people just the vastness of what we collect through the years.
My gosh.
Okay, let's take our Fox News break. This is a 60 seconds break. We'll be right back. We're live in local Real Talk on Freedom 97.1. All right, and we are back. And with us here in the studio, we have Lisa Whitman Greice, Onslow County Museum, with a lot of amazing
Yes.
information about the museum.
Yes. And we were just talking about walking tours that you offer in Richlands.
We do. So Onslow County is very fortunate to have many of our historic homes that are still standing.
Mhm.
And there are National Register historic districts in Swansboro, and our friends at the Swansboro Historical Association do programs down there. And we've done programs down there in Swansboro as well. We have the Mill Avenue, which is downtown Jacksonville. And of course, I think two of the most beautiful structures that are downtown, certainly our original Superior Courthouse building, which was
Okay.
built in 1904.
Wow, I didn't realize that.
And it's
1904.
beautiful. And we want people to look at the little details there at the courthouse, because it's got, scallop shells that are part of and people wonder, where did that sort of inspiration for that architecture.
Right.
And then our Masonic Lodge that
Oh,
is
yes.
downtown. which is again about from 1904, 1905, that time period. Beautiful historic building. And then in Richlands, we have a historic district that the museum has done walking tours, and we'll do walking tours for large groups, 10 and up, groups 10 or more people. But we did that when we resumed regular tours after our COVID closing, which we're so thrilled to be back open. And I did that for an architecture drafting class at our local high school. And what we say is, you hear the phrase, if these walls could talk. Well, we talk about how buildings tell us stories about the people who used to live there, how buildings were used. And, when we're driving by, we don't always take a moment to look at the details and the beauty of those buildings.
It's very nice. Oh, we have a question.
All right.
All right. We have a caller. Good morning, caller. Who's this?
It's the donkey man this morning.
Hey, how are you?
Hi, Tim.
Doing fine. Hey, Miss Lisa, I'm proud of you to be up there today.
Good morning, Tim. How are you?
I'm doing fine. I'm waiting here in Hawkins Island trying to figure out how I'm going to fix this. But I just wanted to call. I don't have a question. I just wanted to call up and say what an asset Miss Lisa has been since she's been in the museum and stuff like that. We are, especially around Richlands, all those kind of, we are very proud of her. We used to have a festival in the fall, and one of the highlights of the festival was Lisa would do a hayride tour. And I was one of the ones that had to volunteer to drive the tractor. Now, folks, I thought I knew about Richlands until I took the first tractor ride, and then I volunteered for the rest of them because I learned so much about Richlands.
Wow.
And it was awesome. And I told her then, I said, I did not know half of what you told. And she even talked about what Onslow County was famous for, but it was for the longleaf pine, and I knew some of that, but she really got into it. But I just want to say, we are so proud of you. We don't want you to retire no time soon. Please stay where you're at, and we all love her in Richlands. I mean, she's just a wonderful lady, and that's what I want to call in and say. I appreciate you. We all appreciate you.
Thank you.
But I will let y'all go. Okay, I will let you go. I'm enjoying the show. But y'all take it easy.
All right, you too, Tim.
Bye, Tim.
All right, bye-bye.
I mean, that says a lot. And I've heard nothing but good things as well. But, I think you are doing an amazing job there. And I think what you guys offer, and someone on our YouTube comment did not know there was a museum as well. And
See?
Marlene, absolutely, you need to visit. Like I said, it's been a long time since I've been there. When I was there, I was impressed, but I've read things and heard things that it has drastically improved since I was there. So I'm going to have to definitely
Yes, I'm excited about
make
going
time to
now.
go and check it out
Right.
again.
Because,
Yeah.
I love our county. I grew up here,
Yeah.
and learning new things about it to learn every day. And with having Miss Lisa here, I've learned a lot already this morning. So I'm excited about going.
Well, when off the air, when we were on our break, I asked Lisa about the dig, and she was telling me, which I did not know this, and I know my daughter's listening, so we're planning a trip.
ready,
Maybe we'll
Megan.
try to do it this weekend. You can dig at any time there, which I didn't know. I thought there were special digs, so I can go and dig for fossils. I'm gonna take my grandson. And Lisa was telling that they have picnic tables set up now, so you can actually
Right.
take a picnic lunch. You can dig, tour the museum, and then sit outside with the picnic tables. I'm there. I'm gonna try to do it this weekend.
Oh, yeah. So
Yeah.
there's plenty of little areas right around the museum there where you can get a nice lunch
Yeah.
and go sit at the picnic table. I'm in.
I'm telling you. I mean, I just didn't know the digging is a huge. I love it. So
Yes.
I did not know you could dig at any time there.
You can. You don't have to. We invite you to come in the museum and get the sifters and get the bags. There's no charge to do the fossil dig. And again, we got these picnic tables back in the fall, and it's just been terrific. We've set it in a special area, and this spring, our Richlands FFA planted a Three Sisters garden for us because we've been studying First People of Carolina this summer at the museum. So we've been growing corn and squash and beans. Our beans they just took off like gangbusters that those students
Oh,
planted.
Nice.
yay.
And we have a pumpkin. Our corn's a little slow. I don't know if maybe the heat
It's
got
the
it.
heat. We've heard that. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
But that picnic area, and you can come in and we do changing exhibits in the picnic area.
Mhm.
So you look for the beautiful, we have new banners and they're sort of this tealy
Mhm.
color. So look for our teal banners that
Uh-huh.
say, our motto at the museum is discover, imagine, connect, and explore.
I like
And
it.
that is your natural history and your cultural history of the county.
Now I think we started the hours. What are your hours?
So we're open Monday through Friday from 8 until 5, and we're open on Saturdays from 10 until 4. And then the Environmental Center is open also Monday through Saturday. And its hours are 10 until 3 on Saturdays,
Okay.
Thursday from 10 until 7, and then Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Friday, 9 to 6. And that
Okay.
is free admission. And I have to say, Tim was so kind with his sweet words. But to live in Onslow County, to live in, whether you live in Jacksonville, Richland, Swansboro, we have such a connection to place. And
Yes.
I'm really blessed to be able to do what I do and have the tremendous staff and my boards who are so supportive, and our community.
Mhm.
It's just a great honor to do what we do.
And you grew up here.
My family has been here since the 18th century.
Oh my gosh.
And my grandmother, who I shared with you off the air, is still with us
Right.
and still going strong and so active, is 98 years old.
Mm.
So
She's got a lot of stories.
she's living history. She, what
Yes.
she's seen
Oh,
since she
yeah.
was born in
Oh
1924.
my gosh.
Wow. That's
That's
awesome. That is
something.
just amazing. And
That
I
is
mean,
amazing.
she's definitely seen the change in Onslow County.
She has, and she experienced it. Her family had a farm on what is today Marine Corps Base Camp Lejeune.
Mhm.
She got a job in town working at the dime store during the war. She married a handsome young Marine. I mean, she has lived that story.
Oh, wow.
And so she shared that story with not just me, but with my children.
Mhm.
And we have her picture in the museum, her wedding picture from the 40s.
Oh,
Oh, no
I heard about the
way.
wedding
Yeah.
picture. I
So-
remember
Oh.
that, right.
So, so that's how we learn a lot of what we know.
Mhm.
Right.
I always tell families, children, say, talk to your grandparents
Mhm.
Mhm.
and listen to their stories
Yeah.
and hold those stories, because they can teach you so much just from their experiences.
Right, right. A lot of history in Onslow County, so take advantage.
People don't realize that I always hear people say there's nothing to do here. No, there's a whole lot to do in Onslow County. You just kind of have to know. And I'm thinking what we'll start doing is posting things on the show Facebook page so that
Right.
people will know
Right. Well, I'll
the things that
definitely.
and I'll start making video. I'm gonna start going around these places and make videos, and I'll put them up on the
Right.
YouTube channel too.
Yes.
Yeah.
Excellent. We can
Yeah.
do that.
Oh, well,
Yeah.
that's a great idea. We have such wonderful places, whether you're in Sneed's Ferry,
Mhm.
at the Shrimp Festival, and that's
Yes.
connected to history,
Yeah.
to Swansboro, to just travel around,
Mhm.
Now, was the museum the one that did the Farmer's Day in Richlands?
No, that was our Friends of Farmers
Uh-huh.
committee. I just volunteered with them.
Right.
And it was a really a
That
lot
was
of
always
fun.
a lot of fun.
Mhm.
It's a lot of fun, and to be able to ride around and share with people the story
Right.
of the county.
Will we
on-
ever see another Farmer's Day?
I don't know. I was not
You're
the
right.
lead on that. I just was a helper.
Right.
But it had such a nice tradition for about 50 years. Also, we're fortunate to still be able to see a lot of those traditions
Mhm.
and places. And, Kelly mentioned picking blueberries, and we're still fortunate to have a lot of family farmers
Yeah.
and people who have moved back to the area
Right.
and have opened not a commercial farm, but a farm that's really more about providing people with local produce. And,
Right.
so
Yeah, 'cause they're
that's just
getting few and far between.
that's just one more adventure.
Right.
We at the museum have been selected. We're one of 6 museums in the state of North Carolina that were selected to host a new Smithsonian exhibit. And
Ooh,
we're hosting that in May and June. And it's called Crossroads. And it's about how rural areas are changing and what that means.
oh, that's
And
interesting.
so we're beginning the process to develop what we'll do in conjunction with
Right.
that exhibit and the stories that we'll tell.
Very good. A lot
Yeah.
of good information, a lot of family fun for everyone here in the county, and even those outside of the county come visit us.
I've got a few people texting me talking about, yeah, we're going to the museum.
Yeah,
Like,
see,
yeah, like,
Yay.
yeah.
see, there
So
you
that's the thing.
go.
Is there like a Facebook page or a website or anything?
All of
Or-
the above.
Okay.
So you
Okay.
can go to Facebook. We just posted to Facebook yesterday
Mhm.
our back to school post,
Okay.
and you'll see images of different schools. So Georgetown High School, that
Mhm.
was our very incredible, has this amazing legacy and tradition of African American high school.
Yes.
We posted pictures from a little music class from Thompson Elementary School. I mean,
Oh,
so
I went to Thompson.
So our Facebook page, we oftentimes post things from the collection,
Okay.
and then of course Instagram, and of course our website, which will give you all the specifics about
Right.
how to schedule a tour for a group, or what we're doing, that day.
Awesome. It sounds like I'm really excited about going.
So the Facebook page is Onslow County Museum.
Yes, if
Okay.
you just
Right.
plug in Onslow County Museum, and we have a companion page for the
Right.
Environmental Center.
Okay.
Okay.
And so we have special things there, and oftentimes they'll cross pollinate.
Okay.
All right.
And then our website will have everything that we're doing and our calendar.
All
Okay.
right. Well,
I gotta
we will
check that out.
definitely go on there and share it to the radio station's page.
Yeah.
And anything that you have upcoming that you'd like to share with the public, just give us a call. You can call
Oh,
while we're
thank
on air, or you can send us a message. You can come back on
And yeah,
because
anytime you have an upcoming event or
Right.
like some promotion you guys are on, absolutely.
Well,
right.
We thank you for the opportunity, and we
Oh.
just invite y'all to come out and visit with us
Oh,
anytime.
I'll
I
be
think
there.
a lot of listeners are going to be headed up there. Like I said, I'm planning this for my daughter. I'm going to take my grandson, and we're going to dig for some fossils because I had a blast doing it when my daughter was younger, and now I'm doing it again.
Awesome.
Yeah,
Thank
so-
you.
Well, we really appreciate you coming on. If anybody has any questions, like I said, they can contact you at the museum. They can go on the Facebook page or the website. But I highly recommend that people just see this gem of Onslow County because this is
Yes.
just an amazing thing. And for $2, you can go and have a blast. And now even have a picnic. So that's even better.
Right. It sounds
So-
like a great way to spend
Yes.
Saturday.
Absolutely.
I'm going.
Yeah. I'm
I
telling
might
you.
stop by and see Theo on the way back.
Yeah. Hey. Well, thanks for coming
Oh,
in.
thank you.
Thank you so
We're
much.
going to go ahead and take a break. We're live in Local Real Talk on Freedom 97.1, 1120 a.m. WSME. We'll be right back. All right, and we are back. And I know we have a caller holding, but we got to do weather real quick. So hold
That's
on
right. I'll
just
make
one
it
second.
fast.
Yeah, go
Okay.
ahead.
Are you new to the air or new to boating? One place you need to get to know is Tideline Marine and Family, Jacksonville's only full-service marina, complete with a ship store and a staff of certified factory-trained technicians and ethanol-free gasoline at the dock. Inside the ship's store, you will find fishing tackle, life jackets for infants, for full grown adults, and fire extinguishers. These are just some of the things that help keep you safe and legal. Something else you won't find in big box stores: a staff that's willing to share decades of experiences to make your days on local waters fun. And don't forget, they have a huge sale going on right now through the end of the month. Tideline Marine, 159 Old Bridge Street on the banks of the New River in downtown Jacksonville. Today, northeast winds around 10 knots, becoming east late, seas 2 to 3 feet, dominant period 6 seconds. Friday, east winds around 10 knots, seas 2 to 3 feet, dominant period 8 seconds, decreasing to 6 seconds in the afternoon. And Saturday, southwest winds around 10 knots, seas 2 to 3 feet, adjacent sounds and rivers with a little bit of a chop.
Today, mostly sunny, a high of 87. Tonight, mostly cloudy, a low of 67. Tomorrow, looks like there's going to be some kind of showers and thunderstorms after 1. Mostly cloudy, high of 83. Tomorrow night, mostly cloudy, low of 71 with a 50% chance of precipitation. And on Saturday, partly sunny, a high of 87. Yay. All right, we have a caller. Caller, who's this?
It's Douglas. How are you guys?
Well, good
Hey,
morning,
how
Doug.
are you?
Good. I just wanted to call with 3 quick points and then I'll get out of your way.
Go for it.
The first point, quick little story. I was in Lowe's yesterday, the grocery store, not the home improvement store.
Okay.
And I looked over and they had disassembled their salad bar. And I said, oh, what's going on there? And they said, well, we don't have anyone to man it anymore. And I responded with the typical thing that you would say, oh, yeah, it's been a crazy couple of years. And the woman, the deli manager, looked at me and said, it has nothing to do with COVID. We were fully staffed during COVID, but I'm losing all my employees now because they're taking higher paying jobs.
Oh.
And I thought, this is exactly how the economy is supposed to grow. It is a rising tide raises all ships. And you have people, we now have the lowest recorded unemployment rate in years under President Biden, and you have people who are leaving jobs to take higher paying jobs. And now, sadly, there are places that are understaffed, but Lowe's will eventually figure it out. The moment Lowe's realizes, oh, we're losing money off of this, then they'll pay their salad person another couple of bucks an hour and they'll get somebody. But this economy is changing and people are getting better paying jobs, and the lower paying jobs are at the moment being understaffed. But it's a great problem to have.
Okay.
Point 2, I wanted to take a moment to just honor, there's probably not 5 things that I agree with Liz Cheney on, but I admire her. And she is, I was thinking when I heard that she lost the other day, that the whole point of taking a courageous stand is you end up paying the price for that stand. That's what makes it courageous. And I was thinking of there's a line in Mark that says, what does a man profit if he gains the world but loses his soul? There have been a number of Republicans who've lost their soul over this president. There are people who are true and genuine believers. That's not who I'm talking about. I'm not talking about the Red Hatters. But there are others, like a Lindsey Graham, like a Ted Cruz, who warned us ahead of time what we would get and then just buckled under it and tried to become his best friend. Those people have lost their souls. People like Liz Cheney, Mitt Romney, John McCain, and a handful of others kept themselves. And that's one thing I admire about Liz Cheney. She may have lost her job. I have no clue what will happen in the future. I can tell her that Lowe's is currently hiring if she's interested. But she needs to be celebrated for that stance that she took and for who she is. And I think history is going to be very kind to her. And finally, Kelly.
Yes.
Big news. Guess what happened the other day, Kelly?
What?
That's not a guess.
You walked Littlefoot down the street.
I got a friend request, Kelly.
Oh, no.
Oh, from who?
Guess.
Lee?
Lee sent me a friend request. I was on
I
Facebook.
told
Like,
you I was going
She
to.
told me she was going to. Yeah.
That's right. I want
Yay.
to see what you're up to.
yay! And I have responded
You
by filing a
responded.
restraining order.
You responded the instant I sent you that request. Boom, there you
Mhm.
accepted it. So I
Well,
feel
because
good
I've been
about it.
waiting for months for this to happen. I've been sitting at my computer waiting. When are Lee and I unofficially going to become friends? And
Yeah.
there I was, yes, honestly. And then I
You
filed a
did.
restraining
You
order.
did. So
Yeah.
now we're
Glad.
friends.
Yeah. Doug and I have been friends
Yeah.
for a long time.
Yeah. So
yeah.
I just was like, where's my request? And so I sent him one.
But you do. I will say, Doug, you need to put more pictures of Sweet Littlefoot on your
Oh,
Facebook
I saw the
page.
pictures.
He's
Oh
so
my
cute. Oh my
gosh,
goodness,
he
his
is
dog is so
cute.
cute.
You don't want more pictures of me?
You can throw some of you up there too if you want to.
Just as long
You're
as
not going to say I'm so
appropriate.
cute?
No, I'm saying Littlefoot is cute. And you need to
All
do
right, well,
like
I'll see what I can do.
chronicles
I'll
of
take some pictures
Littlefoot.
for
Yeah,
you.
like chronicles of him, like some of the stuff he does. This
Yeah.
dog is
I used
so
to do the
adorable.
Adventures of Jack. I haven't done any in a while.
His dog is
Yeah.
so cute.
All right, well, I'll get to snapping pictures.
Yeah,
You know,
please
if that's what you would like. Would you like me to just send them to you directly or just
No,
post
they're
them
on Facebook so
publicly?
everybody can
Let's
join.
not
'Cause
get-
I know I'm not the only person that thinks this dog is the cutest
Let's
thing
not
ever.
do stalking now.
Oh, he
Let's
doesn't
not,
stalk.
we're
No,
not
he's
going
not
to
gonna
go
do
into
that.
stalking mode.
No, he wouldn't do that. No, he's a good guy. So, even though
Yeah.
he's a
Well, all right, guys. You have a good
thank
All
you.
right, thanks,
See ya.
Doug.
Bye, Doug.
Hey, real quick. We were going to announce yesterday, and we got a little lost in time because we had such a great show yesterday. The Onslow Literacy Council is holding the Jimmy and Jane Autry Memorial Golf Tournament next month to raise funds to address adult literacy. You could kindly, if you can kindly share this information, please do. We have got all the information on our Facebook page. The Jimmy and Jane Autry Memorial Golf Tournament is only 6 weeks away on September 30th at the Jacksonville Country Club. Sign-ups are open now. And on our Facebook page, we have all the links to sign up for it. But this is something that's, really important to help with adult literacy and stuff. So please take a look at it.
Yeah, and we were talking during one of the commercial breaks. Something we brought up at the very beginning of the hour, but we're going to move it to tomorrow. We were going to talk about the hiring of the new Jacksonville city manager.
Right.
And we were going to call at 8:05 the mayor, Jacksonville Mayor Sammy Phillips, but he's now at an appointment. So
yeah, he was
go-
on the road this
he was on the
morning, and
road.
so we were going to call him.
So we're going to try to see if we can't talk to him tomorrow about it. This, hiring for some people, I think, has generated a little bit of controversy. People are talking
Right,
about. We got
right.
messages, and like I said,
Yeah, so we
phone
did get a lot
calls.
of messages and
Yeah.
questions about it. And as
So-
I said this morning,
So
that
people have questions.
I talked to one of the city councilmen and I talked to the mayor about it, and they explained a lot of it, and we discussed it at length. And so it'll be interesting to talk about both sides.
I'd like
of
to
it.
know this process because I mean I have mixed
Right.
feelings. I have my own opinion. We all have opinions, and that's what they are, people's
That's
opinions.
right.
Yeah, I don't know. I have a couple questions, so we'll just see.
Right.
I'm meh.
And maybe that new city manager, maybe he might want to take a moment and come on the show.
That would be nice.
Yeah.
People have questions.
That's right.
I do know people have questions because of the amount of people that brought this up to me. I didn't
Well,
know anything about
it
it.
spread like
It
wildfire.
did, and I had a few
yesterday.
people contact me and said, "Y'all need to talk about this." I'm like,
I know, I
"What?"
had
I was
somebody
like,
call
"What are we
me, and I
talking
was-
about?" Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, too, because I had seen the story come out, and all I read was the first line that Josh Ray was selected
Mhm.
and hired as the Jacksonville city manager. And I was like, okay. And I put the stuff, I never went back. And then I got a phone call, and I'm like, what are you talking about? And
Mhm.
so then there's a lot of stuff that's been
He's got some
generated. on-
controversy, and he's got,
Yeah.
I think, I don't know if baggage would be the right word, but some stuff. So I'm just, we'll see. People,
yeah.
are talking. They're definitely talking. So
Yeah.
that's a good thing.
There was a firm hired to search and vet, and I understand they had up to about 30 applicants, and a couple of them were local, and they narrowed it down and ended up choosing this one gentleman. So we'll talk about it tomorrow.
Yeah, we'll talk about it tomorrow.
Bring out, what we'd like to ask, and maybe I can go ahead and set it up to our mayor. We can talk to him
Yeah,
tomorrow, and
so we'll talk
apologize,
about that
Sammy, for
tomorrow,
not
yeah.
calling you.
We got
just-
caught up with the museum, but it's amazing. So
Yes, it is.
and I am going to take my grandson up there, and I will make a video, and I'm going to start. I think I have decided. I had did this before actually when I went over to the farmers market, and I posted on our Facebook page, but I'm gonna put it on YouTube, a video of the little pond over by there.
Right.
So
Skype.
but I'm gonna start posting when I go to areas around the county, Facebook and our YouTube channel,
Yes.
so you guys can see there's a lot of cool things to do in this county, and a
There
lot of people
is.
do not know. I had 3 people text me. It's like, I didn't even know we had a museum.
Well, I knew we had
Yeah.
one, but I've never taken the time to go. Now I'm so excited about
Yeah,
going.
it's been a long time since I've been there, but I know it's improved. Like I
Right.
said, it's been years.
Right.
Rayford, what's up?
Hey guys, how are you?
Good.
We're
how are
doing
you?
good. We had a
Yeah,
great conversation over
I've
the
heard it. I
museum.
listened to every bit of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I listened to every bit of it. Yeah, and I started to pop in a question because I was thinking about they had a ham radio out there, a bunch of ham radio from the
Oh.
antique stuff donated to them. They were going to be setting it up. I just wondered if they ever got it set up. But anyway, I'll go there and find out myself. How's that?
Yeah.
Well, you know what? I'm going this Saturday. I'll look.
Yeah, I'm gonna take my grandson fossil digging there.
Yeah, we're
and see.
excited.
And I'll make a little video and I will put it up so people can see.
Right.
Yeah, I think I will start like a hidden gems of Onslow segment, and then
Yes.
just
Very
talk
good.
about the
Yeah,
places I
that'd be like a
go.
winner.
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
sounds
Hey,
good.
I got a guest here in my office.
You do?
My office is waterfront and probably one of the prettiest offices in the world.
Jealous.
Uh-huh.
Would
I'm so
Charles K.,
jealous.
would you agree?
I
Whoa,
would think
yes.
it's probably better than pretty. It's absolutely, I can understand why people would like to work here for sure.
Oh, well, good morning, Charles.
Hey, good morning, Charles.
It really is hard to work. We're on our second cup of coffee, and that's only because I keep looking. I don't have time to work. It's quite a place. I'm so
Is
happy
that your
we're here
first time
today.
there?
It's your first time here?
First time here, and hopefully it won't be the last. But if I could figure out how to load all those grandkids on a bus and get them over here, I could probably live
yes.
here.
Oh, nice.
man.
Airbus.
Nice.
Yes, it would have to be an Airbus.
Yeah.
Of course, I could bring them on my boat, you know.
Yes, and that's could probably be, but I don't think we'd have enough fuel to get over here.
Oh,
Oh,
we'd have to be stopping along the way quite a bit.
That's right. We'd have to get some more fuel.
There you
Yeah.
I think you need a
Charles,
bigger boat.
go. Yeah, a bigger boat would be ideal too.
Much
There you
bigger
go,
boat.
Charles, let's buy us a bigger boat.
Yeah. I don't think I need a bigger boat. I just need to figure out a way to get these grandkids over here.
Yes.
Hey,
Yeah.
we're going to plan on doing a little bit of diving. We got to go get checked into the dive shop, get you checked in.
Yeah,
Right.
I'm ready to go.
Awesome.
Had to get over this jet lag real quick, and I think in about another hour or two and another cup of coffee, I'll be over it.
Sounds
All right,
like
ladies,
it.
Anyway, I know you're going to be talking about the new city manager designated,
Right.
at least sometime tomorrow. So I'll
Yes.
try to pop in there. You know what time
Right.
you're going to pop that up?
I'm going to, we missed calling our mayor this morning. He was on the road anyway, going to a doctor's appointment out of town. So I'll
Maybe
try
around
to get it with
7:30.
him
Yeah.
and today and see if we can arrange for him to call in tomorrow or maybe come to the studio. So
Yeah. We'll see what we can do.
Yeah, we'll do it. I'll try to be sure I can tune in then because I want to hear it
Right.
too.
Okay.
yes.
All right, y'all have a good rest of your show.
Well,
Okay.
you
Well, thank
gentlemen
you.
have
Y'all
a
enjoy your
fabulous
day.
day.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll do it.
And
Talk to you
it
later.
takes some good pictures.
Roger that. Bye.
Okay. Bye.
Bye.
You know,
I'm so jealous.
I know yeah. I've seen the pictures of
Yes.
the house he's at, and they literally walk
Out the
out
front
the door and
into
into
the
the water,
water.
like So, but Rayford's always showing me pictures of the island. Obviously, his dive picture, but just in general. So it looks very beautiful.
Yeah, and it's like I said to him last week, bring me back a rock or a shell. And he said, no, I can't do that. And, I went on and started reading about Bon Air and the
Mhm.
government.
Oh, they will
And
fight you. You'll
yeah,
go to jail.
you are not
Yeah.
allowed to pick up anything and take it with you, not
No.
even a shell.
No, you will go to jail.
Yes, I thought,
So,
wow.
No, he not. And Rayford's not going to risk that.
No,
So,
no. It's
let's
not worth that.
let's take a quick break because when we come back, I've got 2 stories to talk about. One kind of local, and I was going to talk about yesterday, but we got very busy, so I didn't. And then one, which is a total nonsense thing. This is on that list of things you should never
Right,
do.
Right. And I've got
It took place at an amusement park in Ohio.
and I've got a couple announcements that I need to make concerning some legislation that Tom Tillis is involved in and our House of Representatives, Greg Murphy. They put out some press releases and just want to read those real quick so people know.
Okay, let's take a
We're
quick
good.
break and we'll get back. We're live in Local Real Talk on Freedom 97.1, 1120 a.m. WSME. We'll be right back. All right, and we are back. So two things. The first thing I'm going to go with is what I call a nonsense story. People just do dumb things, and they never cease to amaze me. But I'm going to chalk this up to how dumb can you be? So at Cedar Point, which is a amusement park in Ohio, on this past Sunday, a 32-year-old woman and man, I guess they're both 32, were arrested for indecent exposure. You want to guess why? These two geniuses decided to have sex on the Ferris wheel.
Oh my gosh.
And what's even worse about this is that they were witnessed by a bunch of people, to include minors, juveniles.
Well, they deserve to get
Yeah.
arrested.
Um,
Stupid. It's never been on my bucket
And what
list.
happened? No, and you know, once the cops were called, they 4 witnesses in total called them, and they tried to alert the staff. But some of them, they got, how this occurred was, they got, you know how that when you ride a Ferris wheel, you stop at the top and they let other
Right.
people on, whatever, and that's when it was occurring. They ended up telling security. The police were called, and so once the people noticed that the couple noticed, people noticed, and they started laughing. People were pointing at them. One of the little girls, juvenile, was very shaken up. And so Cedar Point staff had to call their parents. I mean, come on. And so since 2 of the witnesses were juveniles, the charge has been moved to a first-degree misdemeanor, which I guess that's more serious than whatever they originally were charged with. I mean, I just think, one, you got to be some kind of dumb to do this, and two, I mean, it can be traumatic, especially for kids, to see something like that. It did not list how old these kids were, but it did, like I said, the park did state that one of the juveniles was very upset by what she
imagine.
witnessed, and
Well, just alone, and I'm not trying to be crass, but if they are doing this on the Ferris wheel, I imagine the bucket that they were in
yeah,
was probably doing a lot of moving.
yeah,
And it would probably scare a child to look up and see that.
yeah.
You know, the thing moving
And
like that.
the people that witnessed it were right in the cart behind them, so they had a total view
Oh
of
my
all of it. I mean, it was,
It's
and you're, and when you're
unreal.
stuck in the air and you can't, I mean, that's traumatic. So, I mean, this is just wow.
Imagine there were some videos made too.
Probably, but so when they were caught, the woman initially denied it, and she said that she dropped a pack of cigarettes and bent over, and her friend helped her get up. But then they admitted, because, you know, I'm betting there was a video made by somebody, don't know, but somehow they ended up confessing and getting arrested. But I mean, there's things, indecent exposure, but there's other things, because minors were involved, that they could potentially up these charges too.
Oh, sure.
So how dumb that, I'm chalking that up to, you got to be some kind of dumb to do something like that.
Some kind of stupid for
Yes.
sure.
So this other story I'm going to tell you about, I was going to do yesterday. So what happened was, remember when I was talking about snakes? I was talking about cottonmouth snakes. Well, because snakes are such a big thing in North Carolina this
yeah.
time of year, it's become like a kind of like a big deal. So there was this made national news. It made about 6 or 7 websites, news sites. So it wasn't just off of one. Some local news sites picked it up first, and then it went national. And so I'm going to read you this headline first, and then I'm going to tell you what I found as a result of this. So this headline says, Cottonmouth turf war turns comical when a raccoon wades into the middle of an NC Marsh fight. So what happened was, apparently up at Pine Knoll Shores, which is real close to here. We
Right.
go a lot. My grandson absolutely loves
Right.
that place. So they have a herpetologist named Frederick Boyce. Well, he has a Facebook page called Cottonmouth Acres. And apparently Cottonmouth Acres he keeps it super secret. So we don't know exactly where this is, but it's somewhere near Pine Knoll Shores. So it's a place where Cottonmouth, they call them aquatic pit vipers, but they're cottonmouth moccasins, are allowed to live in peace, free of human interference or persecution. That's literally what it says on there. And the page presents an ongoing series of observations in the form of photographs and videos. There's a sizable population. And they put, we'll see them engaging in a surprising wide array of behaviors: eating, sleeping, swimming, basking, foraging, courting, and wrestling. So apparently, I did not know, and I have searched this page now. So apparently, cottonmouth snakes, the males will wrestle, but they have like a rule. It's like humans. They have rules. They can't bite. I mean, how do they know this stuff? Well, anyway, so this
They have
herpetologist,
rules?
they have rules, so they wrestle, but you can't bite each other. How do they know?
Do you train a snake not to
No,
bite?
it's just something they do in the wild, and they
Oh,
do
it's
it
a
for
rules.
dominance, or they do it for to impress a female
Yeah,
snake. This is
okay.
the craziest thing I've ever heard. But this Facebook page has quite a bunch of views. So anyway, in this video that was posted recently, this herpetologist, 5 adult cottonmouths, each 30 to 35 inches long. Oh no. They're fighting each other or wrestling, because they weren't like trying to kill each other. They were wrestling, and he says he called it a snake turf battle, and he was documenting it. In the middle of this man documenting this quote snake turf battle, a raccoon wanders into the fray.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know the raccoon's like, not my business? And he looks at him and keeps on going. The snake look at him, and they don't attack him. And he says this happens a lot. Like, raccoons don't like to fight snakes, and they're saying snakes don't like to fool with the raccoons because they're too big.
Wow.
And there has been like the original video is 10 minutes, and he's narrowed down a shorter version of the whole thing, the snake battle, the raccoon wandering through. It's like quite comical. And this Cottonmouth Acres is 25 acres, but he will not tell where it is. I probably don't want to know. But anyway, if you really want to check this out, the Facebook page is called Cottonmouth Acres. I'm looking at it now. And it is interesting. And this video is wild. So anyway,
That's okay.
I mean, it's a little disheartening to know this thing is so close by, but also super cool at the same
I
time.
just watched Lassie.
Yeah, but this is amazing. But I think it's awesome that they did not
Right.
hurt the little raccoon, and he didn't bother them.
It was bad enough when you talked about it yesterday,
Yeah.
and then every time
Now,
last night,
yeah.
every time there was a shadow in the house, I was jumping.
Yeah. All right, let's take a quick break, and we'll have a caller. Hang on the line. We're going to take a break real quick. We're live in Local Real Talk. But yeah, and while you're on that break, go check out Cottonmouth Acres on Facebook. But we'll be right back. And we are back for the last few minutes, and we have a call online. Thanks for holding, caller. I know it was a lot of commercials, and they're out of our control, so I want to go ahead and put that out there now. Who is this?
Okay. This is Howard.
Hey, Howard, how are you?
I'm fine. I got a crazy story for you guys, seeing that you were talking about snakes.
Let's hear it.
Scientists in California have combined robotic technology with snakes and has given a snake 4 limbs, giving the snake the ability to run and walk.
Oh,
I
that's
thought you'd get a
scary.
kick out of that,
Not-
being that you like snakes so much.
Oh, no.
I'd rather have a Sharknado.
Exactly. Yeah. No, that is a
Could
huge
you
no.
imagine a rattlesnake chasing you in the yard?
Oh my Lord. Oh, that's giving me the heebie-jeebies just thinking about it. And I had someone ask, they messaged me and said, what is the name of the Facebook page again? And it's called Cottonmouth Acres. So yeah, but
just
that's
so you guys
local.
know, 11:20 is not coming in real clear today for some reason.
Interesting.
I don't know. Is it a full moon out or something?
I think so.
A
Probably.
lot of wacky things.
There's been a lot of
going on
wacky things
today.
been happening. Yeah. I mean, and that's
I
downtown.
couldn't even get you guys at 7 o'clock. I couldn't get you guys at 7 o'clock at all.
Somebody else said the same thing.
Somebody said
Yeah.
on the FM station they weren't picking us up. Were you listening to us on FM at 7 o'clock?
I tried, and it didn't come in at all either.
I
It had
don't know.
music going on.
I don't
This
know.
was like 20 after 7.
Oh, 20 after.
So-
Well, I can tell you, our commercial breaks have been unusually long today.
Yeah.
And
Mhm.
that's something that, we'll get adjusted or whatever. So apologize for that. But
Oh.
I don't know. We've had other people that were texting at the same time saying they were getting it fine. So
Yeah,
it could
I
just
don't know
been
what was happening. Yeah.
areas.
Wild. Well,
No, who
Howard,
knows? But
thanks
anyway,
for calling
yeah,
us.
no problem.
All right.
Okay,
We'll
bye.
see you later. Bye.
Bye, Howard.
All right. Well, thanks everyone for tuning in today. We will be back in here tomorrow morning at 7 a.m. bright and early. So I hope everyone has a wonderful day and enjoy your day. The weather is going to be amazing. That's good. If
Good news.
if you don't have anything to do, you go check out the Onslow County
That's
Museum.
right. Good
'cause,
news. Tomorrow's
yeah,
Friday.
it is
We
Friday.
got through Thursday twice.
Woohoo! I know, right? So, but everyone have a great day. We'll see you tomorrow morning at 7 a.m. We're live in local Real Talk on Freedom 97.1, 11:20 a.m. WSNMe. Have a great day.